Hello, wonderful grade 2 children, and welcome to our science class for today. Today, in our science class, we'll be talking about light and shadow. Don't forget that last week we talked about light, and I told you that light is a form of energy that helps you to see things around you. Light is a form of energy and it helps you to see things around you. And also told you that as energy enables you to do work, is the ability to do work, that light also helps us to do things, and it requires a source to be able to work or to function. We talked about the natural sources of light and the artificial or man-made sources of light. In the natural sources of light, we talked about the fireflies and we talked about the sun. And in the man-made sources of light, we talked about the torch, your television screen, the laptop screen, the candle, the matches. Those ones are made by man. And we also talked about the uses of light. You can use light to see. Light is also used by plants to produce food, and that process is called photosynthesis. So today we are going to be continuing with our topic, and we are going to combine light and shadows. Now, why do we need to combine these two topics? Because light is from the reflection of light that you'll be able to see shadows. And our word for today says we are learning to explore light and shadows. And our success criteria for today says I can say the meaning of light. And number 2 says I can say the meaning of shadows. And number 3 says I can say how shadows are formed. So number 1, you'll be able to tell the meaning of light. You also say the meaning of shadows, and you'll be able to tell us how shadows are formed. Now, what is light? Like we said last week, that light is a form of energy that helps us to see things around us. Now, a shadow is formed behind an object when it blocks the light. Now, an object, we have a source of light, we have an object, and we have a shadow. So the source of light shines on the object, and the object blocks the light, and then you notice a shadow. Don't forget last week we talked about objects that are transparent, objects that are translucent, and objects that are opaque in nature. Transparent means that light can pass through it. Now, translucent means what? Little light can pass through it. And the last one is opaque. Opaque means what? No light can pass through it. Now, light is blocked by what? Opaque materials, meaning that light cannot pass through these materials. So when you have objects that are opaque in nature, you have a shadow. Now, let's look at this. Now, this is what? How shadows are formed. Now, this is the source of light. This is sun. And this is an opaque material. This is an object. Now, light can't pass through this because this is what? Opaque. Light cannot pass through it. And because of that, this object is blocking the light, giving rise to what? A shadow being formed. Don't forget, we have a source of light, we have an opaque material or an object. Now you have what? A shadow. Now let's look at the next one. Now this is another example. This is the sun, a source of light. It may not be the sun, it can be a candle, it can be a torch, it can be a television screen. So you have the source of light here, and you have the tree, and tree is opaque because light cannot pass through this. Now look at the rays of the light. This is the rays of the light, and it strikes on the tree, and because light cannot pass through this tree because it's opaque in nature, a shadow is formed. That is how shadows are formed. Now we say shadows from the sun are different lengths at different times of the day. That means that at different times of the day, the lengths are not the same. We have different lengths in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the night or in the evening. At midday, which is in the afternoon, shadows are usually very short. But in the morning and the evening, shadows are what? They are long. They are longer, but in the afternoon, they are short. Okay, so let's go to the next one and see why shadows are short in the afternoon and long in the morning and in the evening. Now, this is what we say shadows from the sun are different lengths at different times of the day. Now, this is at at midday, which is in the afternoon, can you see the shadows are short? And this is in the morning, and in the evening the shadows are long. Don't forget, in the morning and in the evening you have a long shadow. The shadows are longer in the morning and in the evening, but in the afternoon is what is short. Why? Now the answer is, your shadow is small at noon because the sun is directly above you. The sun is directly above your head. But in the afternoon and in the evening and in the morning, the shadow will be tall because the rays are slanting. The rays of the sun is slanting, is not directly above your head. Don't forget, in the morning and in the evening, the sun rays are slanting, giving rise to a very long shadow, a longer shadow. But in the afternoon, the sun is directly above your head, so you have a shorter shadow, you have a short one. Now another reason why we have different sizes, why we have long and a short shadow, is because of the rotation of the earth. Now the earth is not stagnant. There is a rotation of the earth, and this rotation of the earth causes the position and the length of the shadow to change. Don't forget, I told you that in the afternoon the shadow is short. Why? Because the sun is directly above your head. But in the morning and in the evening, the shadows are longer. Why? Because the sun is slanting. Now can you see in the morning, and this is what in the evening? Okay, we have in the morning and we have here. Now look at the position of the sun. Is slanting. Why here? Is directly above her head. So when we have the sun directly above your head in the afternoon, you have a short shadow, a shorter one. But in the morning or in the evening, you have a longer one. Why? Because the sun rays is what is slanting. Now this is another example. This is morning and evening shadow. Can you see it's very long, very long? That is why we have, and this is the shadow in the afternoon. Can you see directly under them? Very short. This is the shadow in the afternoon, and this is a shadow in the morning and in the evening. So don't forget that shadows are formed because we have opaque material, objects that don't allow light to pass through them, to do what? To shine across them. So shadows are formed because of this opaque material, so the light is blocked from them. And I told you that the shadows in the morning and in the evening are longer. Why? Because the rays of the sun is in slanting form, but in the afternoon is shorter. Why? Because the sun is directly above your head. Now let's look at our classwork for today. How are shadows formed? That's number one question. How are shadows formed? And number two question is, use the shadows in the pictures to identify the time of the day. Is it in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening? Now let's look at the pictures. Now this is picture number one. Is this picture, was it taken, do you think that this shadow is formed in the morning or in the evening or in the afternoon? And this is another picture. Is this formed in the morning or in the evening or in the noon or at noon? So this is all we'll be taking for today. In our Zoom class, we are going to be discussing more on light and shadows. Until I come your way next time, don't forget to keep washing and sanitizing your hands, and please be safe. I'm still your teacher, Miss Onyema. Bye.